Gathering presents, loading, cheer, unpacking, holly, jolly, subroutine, complete, oh, oh, oh.
I was going to find a cabin in the woods.
Report. This unit attempted to decorate a on with a Rudolph nose. Failure gate. Feature. Permit. Kids. Cannot. Resolve. Happy holidays. And what would you like for a present this year? Please note, deadly weapons are not a permitted response.
Perspective is that hard to come. Only fact.
Oh, 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 no. Everyone appears to have died. This is terrible. Error. Cheer levels dropping to catastrophic levels. Rebooting. Complete. Oh, oh, oh. Happy holidays. If you are not satisfied with your gift, this unit is not authorized to make exchanges.
Poor
Please
kids.
contact your closest local customer service help workshop for further inquiries. This unit is specialized in deploying the following morale initiatives: cheer, joy, holly, and jolly.
He's hoping for a pension, but all I got is tension. I should write about her sometime.
Due to the hardened nature of this unit's exterior, the action, shake belly like a bowl full of jelly, is unavailable at this time.
Make way. Gramps needs some space here. Now I have to...
Approach and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
Thought as much. Nothing there after all. Nuisance. Had that done.
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol.
Lab protocol states, do not bother the computer unless you are very, very important.
free. Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Weapons hot. AO compromised. Engage. Running close quarters subroutine. Cybertron engaged. No.
Tessa, I need those reports by 3 today. Are you ready for the meeting?
Nervous as hell, but ready as you'll ever be.
Not nervous. If I didn't think you could do it, you wouldn't be coming.
That's oddly reassuring, coming from you.
Take it as a compliment. You've got the business sense and legal background to have my job if you wanted it. I'd even venture to guess you're recording this very conversation.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
And that is why I have every reason to believe you'll be running this company someday. You're gonna do fine today. See you in an hour.
See you there. Damn, he's good. He'll never incriminate himself. This may take a while.
Note to self, book tickets to Pleasant Valley. Also book to DC in case Rita bothers to check up on me. Oh yeah, and tell Rita to fire that cook, what's-her-name, because she completely ignored my express distaste of food. Pretty sure she does it on purpose at this point. Alright, folks, these terms are ridiculous. Absurd, even. I'm not signing until we see at least 80% profit.
These terms are perfectly reasonable. Since when are environmental laws and fair wages ridiculous and absurd?
Since they take away 30% of the profits we're set to gain, Lawrence. You can talk to me about fair wages when you give up your bonus.
Come on, David. We need to wrap up this deal. Our partners are getting impatient. There has to be room for negotiation here.
I'll be the one who says when it's time to negotiate here. Our partners are only impatient because they need this deal more than us. Just hope we don't realize it. Now go back to your desks, figure out how to give me that 80%, or I'll find someone else who can.
Holly Jolly. Subroutine complete. Oh, oh, oh. Report. This unit attempted to decorate local fauna with a Rudolph nose failure case feature. Possessed 2 heads. Cannot resolve. This unit has been programmed with the task of wishing all who cross its path a happy holiday.
Never give up.
Initiating
You'll make it through.
happy holidays.
little pet project. Ooh, I gotta admit, I don't have many files on David and Rosalind talking about their pre-Raider days, so this will be pretty interesting. I'll just give it a quick listen. Yep, sounds like David all right. Ruthless even then. Getting back to business, a little slice and dice, some audio love, and voila! Mission accomplished. All you gotta do now is take a quick trip to the nearby relay tower and set up a new transmitter to get this bad boy broadcasting. I need a new transmitter hooked up. I ain't gonna sacrifice my own signal just so you can get some FaceTime with Meg. Oh yeah, I heard that old Duchess lady's radio signal start up a while back. I should have known that was you. Here's the program you'll need to run at the relay tower. Just load it up and follow directions. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this, really. And here, as a token of my gratitude, you can have this old holotape back as a souvenir.
Remote transmitter connected. Beginning recorded message loop.
Hey, Meg. Listen up. I'm David fucking Thorpe. Get your ass over here. Top of the world is where it's at. Mezzanine. It's time to negotiate, or I will kill every last one of you. Hey, Meg. Listen up.
Broadcast loop confirmed. Congratulations. Your transmitter is now connected.
Great. You've got yourself some gross meat-covered explosives. But now what? Well, use your imagination. The trapper sure did. Any hungry carnivore is sure to be drawn in by the smell of fresh meat. So this one time Chuck, He was the guy who came up with this crazy idea. He laid out explosive bait along the trail after a raid. Then, when the responders came looking for us with their tracking dogs, well, let's just say the hounds lost their scent. You know, because their heads were blown off. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. I don't care what you use your bait on. Just use it to kill some things that would kill and eat you. Let me know how it works for you.
Keep that armor in good shape. Your life could depend on it.
Any news to Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
I have real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still insecure, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin.
Make it quick if you would. My bones ain't getting Hope this lot's true to their word.
Military-grade hardware.
Hey, here comes trouble.
Civilian, if you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line. I don't have time for you right now. Knight Daniel Shin, Brotherhood of Steel, 1st Expeditionary Force. We've got important work to do here, so get to the point. Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary. Initiate Dorsey is too trusting, but I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order?
Atlas is in good hands. Night Shin's trained us well. Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here.
The efficiency of Brotherhood response to visitors is lacking.
Do not attempt to access the secure parts of this facility, civilian. We are watching you. If you're not here on Brotherhood business, I suggest you move along.
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to a collection of blood samples from all its members. Shame.
You had better have a reason for being here. I am not.
Ad Victoriam.
Are you another ass? If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it. Immediately. Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the Order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate. We've had a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or are looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me. No. The chain that binds dictates a strict hierarchy of command. And, as the only knight present, the initiates are directly under me. Unless I say so, your contact with the Brotherhood stops here. Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
Just fight.
The only reason you should be back here is if you're ready to give your report.
You better have something useful to say to me. Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right, keep it cool, Sean. So, what's he gotta say to me?
This place goes sour and we're all in for it. Mark my words.
The California members show no signs of infectious disease from outside the territory.
Then tell them, and get them to do something about it.
What the heck does Ad Victoriam even mean?
You better have... Oh. All right. Keep it cool, Sean.
The old world has so much to teach us.
So,
I've seen before.
what's he got to say to me? The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the quiet life. I don't need much, and I need trouble less. But after this, oh, I get it. I came here to give the Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys. Hey, thanks. I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously. I hope you can convince them.
New recruits, Night Shin's training, weapons, and a base like this?
You have no reason to be here. Go speak to Scribe Valdez.
Information levels nominal. Some strange readings from somewhere below.
Ad Victorium.
Go home. Let us take care of things here. That's stronger than Fort Defiance ever was.
Speak or go away. I do not want.
Well, now look at you. You with these steel brother fellas? I've been waiting a good spell to talk to them.
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to a collection of blood samples from all its members. Shame.
Farming such as it is. Got a patch ain't barely more than scald. But it's mine, and I manage. Well, it's about time. I'd like to die of old age waiting on 'em. Name's Art Knapp. So, what's this knight fella sent you for? A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day. They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make 'em raiders too. Well, I ain't got much, and I already got to worry about raiders. So, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra, and I expect they'll have a use for it. In return, I want these steel boys and girls to keep raiders away from my farm. Heard a lot of noise they was on our side. So, seems fair.
The efficiency of Brotherhood response to visitors is lacking.
Fair enough. Can't expect more than that. Thank you. You take care too.
What is it? Yes. Something I can help you with? I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers. The severe gentleman in the power armor, yes? Dr. Edgar Blackburn at your service. And what did Night Shin want to know? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My research is always in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own. Thank you. Be well.
I should be getting back to work, so...
Hey! Yeah, you. Who do I need to talk to around here? You know, about the guns? You don't look like one of these Brotherhood yahoos. Name's Tally Lane. What's your deal?
This place goes sour and we're all...
Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? Alright, shoot. Yeah, that's right. Big shiny guns. Now, all the talk in the area is about these Brotherhood folks with their high-tech toys, and I thought, Tally, you gotta get some of that. For self-defense, of course. Just so me and some of my poor, innocent friends can protect ourselves from all the nasty folks out there. Hey, I get it. Promises backfire all the time. Well, go get him, Tiger.
Something I can do for you.
Military grade.
Have you finished the task I gave you? Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview. The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests, unless the Doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
Wonder if this will be enough to see those raiders gone.
That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, he is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report.
Got to be getting back to the farm.
We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment. That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader. We have our own concerns. Enough about that. What's next?
Everything makes sense now. This is my place. My mission.
No. We are not arms dealers. That aligns with my observation of her when she arrived. Your judgment may be better than I expected. Moving on. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us.
Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here. Greetings, civilian.
There are countless brigands out there, civilian. It is not the job of the Brotherhood to hunt them down one by one for their crimes. I will say it bothers me to hear that someone is abusing the honor of the Brotherhood this way. But that does not change the facts. Mr. Hockman's problems are his own, not ours. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention. Be vigilant, outsider.
Take the old and forge it anew. Hope those kids we picked up are okay. What were their names again? Started with an N.
You're gonna be walking up... Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
Stay on your toes. The wasteland is merciless.
Did he now? Knowing Knight Shin, I'm guessing that's not exactly how it went down. But if you're a prospective initiate, then I guess we're both in luck. Paladin Romani makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it? Didn't even have to think about it, did you? Let me give you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any questions before we start? Great! Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit.
Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. It's a necessary step. The files from upstairs led us here, but this area is relatively unexplored. The scientists could have recorded information that we need to know before we start examining the machine itself. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up. Must be Dr. Hammond, Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. This looks like what we need. Here's one. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec. That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? Oh, I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. That's a mature attitude to take. I really appreciate that. There's only so much I can tell you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection of some key components that should be nearby. There's probably a terminal around here. If it's still running, we can do a diagnostics test. That will tell us about some of the less accessible hardware. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lot of pressure. Let's find the release valve for that and give it a spin, see what happens. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wiring box. Why don't we take a glance at that to get an idea of the electrical hookups? Should be a simple inspection. You can have point, but I'll be looking over your shoulder the whole way. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Looks like we've got company. Here we go. Close one. We survived. That does it for the inspection. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus? Oh, misaligned. Next, we have the release valve. That went... Well, what was your assessment? It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well so far. Nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you earn my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection turned up. There are a few parts I'd like to extract and examine in my lab. There's the pressure gauge, the core processor, and the ion focus. They should be upstairs. There's a lot I can learn from examining them if we can pull them out and get them back to my lab in decent condition. I want to take some notes on the core up there, so I'm going to leave the parts removal to you. Each extraction will be a little different, but in general, you'll want to use a light touch. I want the components in good condition, so please be careful. Any questions, or are you ready to get started? I'm counting on you. Let's see what you can do. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? is this thing? What is this thing? That doesn't sound good. Glad that's over with.
Hostile target detected.
Don't envy the night. Close one. We survived. Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt it could... Whew. Whatever you did up there, the security system sure didn't like it. Thanks for the backup. I doubt I could have handled that on my own. Now that that's over with, let me take a look at what you've collected. The pressure gauge looks like it's in good condition. The core processor is out of commission, but I think with a little elbow grease, we'll get it working. The ion focus looks usable. Impressive. The induction coil seems fine. That's a relief. And what is this? This is... Is this ultrasight? Fascinating. This looks like some kind of compact power source. None of the documents, none of the terminals said anything about this. Did this power the whole machine? The fuel of the future. I'd heard the stories, but to think I could hold so much energy in my hands like this? Project Atlas may be beyond our power to repair, but we might have something here. I expected the machine to use a small reactor's worth of energy. They condensed that into a container I can hold in my hands. Oh, I could do a lot with this. You were a big help. I'm sure you have what it takes to be an initiate, and soon. Here, take this letter to Paladin Romani. She'll make the final call on letting you into the Brotherhood, but my wreck may tip the scales. I'm going back upstairs to take a look at these components. I need to catalog our findings. If nothing else, this ultrasight battery has piqued my interest. There's a lot I could learn from reverse engineering it. Oh, I'm giving you access to my private terminal, too. It has all the logs we recovered from when we moved in. After what we just went through, thanks again for your...
much to teach us. Hope I'll get to meet the first settlers.
Keep that armor in good shape. Their life will depend on it.
Something?
At Victoria.
Supplies for the relief efforts. Request for the Brotherhood should be passed through Night Shin. Ah, you must be the one I've been hearing about. Paladin Layla Romani. What do you need?
Is a step forward.
Well, between this and the report I have from Night Shin, we can discuss you becoming a member of our order. Consider it carefully. Do you wish to join our ranks? With the recommendations of Night Shin and Scribe Valdez, I'm willing to consider you for membership. But first, I need to see how you handle yourself without direct supervision. In order to be effective in our operations here, we need to establish positive relations with the people of Appalachia. If we make them see us as a beneficial presence in the area, it will be much easier to secure cooperation in the future. We have reports of feral ghoul attacks on traders and travelers in the southwest forest region, indicative of a nest of some kind. I want you to clear it out.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area
We
at your
don't know.
earliest convenience.
Our initial reports on the attacks came from a family of farmers, the Putnams, that we passed on the way into the region. I think their sons were rather starstruck when we showed up. I almost expected the older boy to follow us when we left. You should start your search there. They may know more. You can find them at the old Lewis and Sons farming supply. Very well. Do this, and you will be one of us, with all the rights and responsibilities of a full member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Ad Victoriam.
That is what keeps this order together.